Hello and welcome to Cargo Shots from the Stat Trade Times, powered by Group Concorde. Here's our pick of the best news shots that made the headlines this week.
Let's start with the end. The end of the iconic Boeing 747, the Queen of the Skies. More about it later in the show. China Southern Air Logistics, the cargo business of China Southern Airlines, has partnered with Web Cargo to provide forwarders with real-time pricing capacity and e-bookings. China originating shipments account for 7.3 million tons out of 65.7 million tons of air freight globally. Forwarders around the world, including the 3,500 freight forwarders in over 10,000 locations that already use Web Cargo, will have direct access to China Southern's coverage. MSC Air Cargo will use Liege Airport as its European hub and started operations with the first landing on December 3, 2022. The move follows the arrival of the first of four MSC Air Cargo branded Boeing 777-200 freighters from Atlas Air earlier this month. MSC Air Cargo's first freighter will begin with 4 weekly rotations via Liege Airport. It will run frequent flights between Mexico City and Indianapolis International Airport in the United States. These routes will only carry pharmaceuticals, perishable items, and high-value cargo. WestJet Cargo, the air cargo division of WestJet, has confirmed the launch of 4 dedicated Boeing 737-800 freighters on March 26, 2023 to meet the growing demand of the Canadian market. Kirsten Debrew, Executive Vice President Cargo WestJet, says, and I quote, WestJet Cargo is about to enter a very promising and exciting period in its development. The arrival of our new fleet will enable us to meet the rising demand of the Canadian markets more than ever before. End quote. WestJet Cargo has offices located across major Canadian hubs in Vancouver and Toronto, while its head office is located in Calgary, Alberta. Air cargo revenue is expected to reach $201.4 billion in 2022, largely unchanged from 2021 and more than double the $100.8 billion in 2019. Helping airlines reduce losses, according to the latest update from International Air Transport Association or IATA. In 2022, airline net losses are expected to be $6.9 billion, an improvement on the $9.7 billion expected in IATA's June outlook. This is significantly better than losses of $42 billion in 2021 and $137.7 billion in 2020. Cargo markets are expected to come under increased pressure in 2023. Revenues are likely to be $149.4 billion, $52 billion less than 2022, but still $48.6 billion more than 2019. Cargo volumes may decline to 57.7 million tons from a peak of 65.6 million tons in 2021. Deep Tech Startup Pathway raised a $4.5 million pre-seed round from early-stage investors Innovo Venture Partners, and Market One Capital. Strategic angel investors include Roger Crook, the former global CEO of DHL, and Lucas Kaiser, co-author of TensorFlow Flow and co-inventor of Transformers, now at OpenAI. Pathway, founded in 2020, has made its machine learning platform free and open to all developers worldwide. Pathway has allowed industry leaders like DB Schenker and La Poste to analyze their entire transport operations and reduce latency or time wasted waiting for results by a factor of up to 900x. And here's an emotional goodbye to the workhorse of the aviation industry. The last Boeing 747 left the company's wide-body factory at Everett ahead of its delivery to Atlas Air in early 2023. Production of the 747, the world's first twin-aisle airplane, began in 1967 and spanned 54 years, during which a total of 1,574 airplanes were built. At 250 feet 2 inches, the 747-8 is the longest commercial aircraft in the service. At typical cruising speed, the 747-8 travels roughly the length of 3 FIFA soccer fields or NFL football fields per second. The final 747-8 freighter has a revenue payload of 133.1 tons, enough to transport 10,699 solid gold bars or approximately 19 million ping pong balls or golf balls. And it's a wrap up for this week's episode. You can read more on all of these stories at stattimes.com. Make sure to check back next Friday for the news that you need to know to end the week. Wishing you a great weekend ahead, and do take good care.
For the latest news on air freight, visit our website. Follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe to our weekly newsletter. Give our YouTube channel a visit and subscribe to access our past webinars and virtual conferences and access exclusive one-on-one interviews with global logistics leaders. Thank you for tuning in to Cargo Shots by the Strat Times, powered by Group Concorde. See you next week with a fresh roundup of cargo news makers.